Hey, you guys, this is Shannon, and I am here on this Monday. We are definitely a little behind, but I am here to talk to you guys about Survive and Thrive. So, we are going to be, let me move this, we are going to be celebrating the 6th year of Survive and Thrive. And we have a bunch of different things for you for this year. We are doing things just a little bit differently, and we're looking at how we can bring you the main conference, which will be in October, but we also want to bring to you a subcategory of that of what we're still talking about health and wellness, but we're looking at burnout, and some of us probably are dealing with burnout, and we're looking at hair loss. And hair loss in the sense of for those who have either gone through chemo or have some other autoimmune deficiency, alopecia, any of things to those degree that is causing you deficiency of vitamin nutrients in your body that's causing you to lose hair. But what we want to be focusing on this year is how to get that back, how to get that back to some degree. As we know, nothing is guaranteed for anybody, but we're looking at things that we can do to help you get back your life that was tried to be ripped away from you. And we know that for those who are here who know that when you're going through cancer and you're going through any other autoimmune deficiency or something that's causing ruckus in your body that you have no control over, what we want to be able to do is how we can help you resolve some of those things and then just come to terms with who you are, self-esteem, building and building. So we calling it recovery and rebuild. So you got to recover from it, then you start rebuilding. So when you recover, you get yourself in the right place, then you can start that rebuild opportunity. So recover and rebuild is what we're calling our mini workshop that we're going to be doing in August, and we want you to be a part of it to come. If you are and have been dealing with just trying to figure life out because you've been had some setbacks. Some of us have had some physical and some social economical setbacks, and our goal is to how we can help you with that. That is what our goal is. So we have a couple of things. I'm going to show you a couple of these videos here now. And we want you to be a part of this and just watch what we've got going on. So there's a couple of things, but I'm going to show this one just to give you a little bit of a heads up of what we're doing. So with that, you can also be a donor. We would love for you to donate, to make a donation. If you have been dealing with any type of where you pay tax, then you should be a donor because that just means that your taxable earnings is still too high. It's higher than what your tax bracket is allowing. So you want to be able to definitely bring that down, and ways you can bring that down. So let's just look at it like this. Let's call it this way. You could either one, pay taxes, or two, you can give to a nonprofit organization. Those are the options that you have. And the thing is that you probably want to just give to a nonprofit because guess what? It enables you to be able to not only reduce your taxable earnings, but you know where your money is going. You know where your money is going. You know what it is that you're going to be giving to. And that's just a great thing. So, of course, I have another video. Here it goes. So we want you to save the date, October 15th, for the main conference. We are going to be, as I said, doing one in August that is Recover and Rebuild. And that is where we're going to be talking about burnout. We have a special guest who's going to be heading that up, but we have other speakers that will sort of season around the main course. So we want you to be a part of that. We're setting that up. and getting that exact date for you soon. But recover and rebuild is what you really want to look at. If you have some setbacks that you have just struggled with and you need to recover. So that's part of the recovery period. What is recovery? How do you recover? And then rebuild. How do you rebuild it? You definitely need tools to rebuild, right? So you also need some type of support in order to rebuild. So those are things that we're looking at. So we'd love for you guys to go to our website at www.surviveandthrivecr.org. Again, that's what you see at the very bottom, but I'll put it right here so that you can see it. This year, again, has been some setbacks that have come for everyone. So, here we are, and we are still moving forward with Survive and Thrive for this year, for 2022. We definitely look forward for 2023, and really are thinking and planning like Sharon Nixon in the Fashion Umbrella Foundation. She's always planning way 3 or 4 or 5 years in advance. But again, I don't have that one. But it is definitely looking at 2023 to be more so in person as opposed to virtual. This will complete the 3 years of this pandemic and being virtual from you guys for Survive and Thrive. We started out in person, and then we went to Houston, and then our goal was to, go to Baltimore, New York, and, the pandemic just kind of hit us. But we are definitely looking forward to the next year of a retreat. And hey, you never know, Airbnb, a big one, if you got one, somebody who got a house that is huge, that would love to let us use it with a big backyard, preferably in an area that is warm, so that we are not cold. And we definitely want to have that and put that out there in the universe, so that for those who would love to give some time for a nonprofit organization to be able to use your facility, we are looking for that. So if you know someone who has a facility that wouldn't mind, donating that time and space, and for a nonprofit, we would love to have that and be a part of what you're doing, and be a sponsor the whole thing, and just do that. So we have another video that I'm going to show you guys, and it's again another save the date. So what we're looking forward to is for you guys to go ahead and register and get yourself in there to get some tickets. bit.ly/it's Thrive tickets 22. You can get your tickets now. The tickets are very, very affordable. And this is virtual again. So there shouldn't be any reason why none of you guys have not gone and got some tickets. Because again, we want you to be a part of this. This is for everybody. And it's definitely for you. And why not be in the company of someone who definitely understands the setback, who also knows the rebound and the recovery and the perseverance and dedication and consistency. So all of those things are things that you will learn. And you will learn how to do that if that's something that you are interested in doing. So recovery and rebuild is our workshop in August, and Survive and Thrive of course, health and wellness is where we're coming in October. So of course, as you know, I do have another video, and this is the planning of Survive and Thrive. So if you like to be a part of it, be an ambassador and be a part of the planning. Hey, you guys. So, for those of you guys who are on here and who are watching. Thank you, Adrian. I actually can see you from my phone, so I can't see y'all on here. But thank you, Adrian. So, Adrian, of course, she is the founder of Rebuild, and she has a workshop that she did recently called "Girl, I Love You." So, at least that's how I put it. But that is what it's called. But she is going to be bringing her skills and talents, and of course, um, her perseverance of things that she has overcome, and bring that to you as we bring to you recovery and rebuild. So recover and rebuild is our goal, is to show you how to do that, how to recover from a setback and how to rebuild. That is how we're looking at it. And that's just what, of course, God has just put down on me to be able to offer to you guys. Because again, there's so many things. How do you push past these things? How do you push past some of the things that have set you back, that have hit you very hard from an emotional point of view, from a physical point of view, and financial? How do you get there? How do you get back from where you were? So these are things that we want to work with you on. And again, the conference is definitely still affordable. So we don't want you to forget, and we don't want you to miss it. So as you can see here behind us, we're going to be talking about, at the conference, we're going to be talking about, overcoming hair loss. When you have overcome that stigma of losing your hair, when you lost your hair. I remember when I was starting chemo, and it was like the first chemo treatment, I was like, okay, well, my hair is still here. They kind of tell you that, first chemo, your hair, you're going to lose your hair. Some people may have, but predominantly my hair was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here, and I'm going to still be here. So at that point, I was like, well, I guess eventually, once these drugs are in my body and it starts breaking down things and killing things, eventually it'll happen. But you don't want it to be some crazy scenario that you hear about of, hair just falling on the ground. And at the time, I had my hair in braids because I had prepared for my lumpectomy that I had. And so I said, well, I'm gonna be down for a few months. Let me braid my hair up to keep it so that I don't have to worry about it, looking kind of crazy, because I wouldn't feel the energy to want to fix it or anything. So I braided. But then once I started chemo in January, I said, you know what? I am not going to have these braids in my hair and then see braids falling all down through the house. And then kids picking them up, grandbabies like, Grammy, your hair is on the ground. I'm like, nah, that's too much. That's too much craziness. It's out of control. Let's just put it that way. It'll be totally out of control, and I don't have time for that. I'm controlling this situation here. And so the thing is that I decided, hey, hi, Cat. I took my hair down, and I said, well, no, I'm just gonna, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, under the constraints of what I want it to happen under, and so that I can see and be a part of this process. And so at that point, I go ahead and I took it down. But as we know, again, going through chemo, walking around and not having hair after having hair, and societal constraints or norms that are feel that women should have hair. And if they don't, then, something's going on with that. But it's not. I wore it. And I didn't wear a wig because I was like, that's not what's happening. This is my reality. My reality is not having hair. Hi, Latina. Good morning. Hi, happy Monday. Again, thank you guys for popping in. So it is all about the recovery and rebuild. How do you recover from all hair loss? And how do you rebuild your self esteem? So, if those are things that you want to learn more about, then you want to be a part of Recover and Rebuild. This, again, is going to be a workshop that's building up to the October workshop. So, we want you to be a part of Recover and Rebuild, and it's great. So, I'm going to check in with Adrian and Latina at some point today, because I need to set up the link for you guys to go ahead and get yourselves registered for Recover and Rebuild. And since Adrian is going to be a part of that, I want to get her date. So, as Latina says, she wore a wig until she got comfortable with her bald head, and that's the thing. And see, that's okay, and it's a transition, and that's the part of recovery. It's a transition. It does not happen overnight. It happen, and it's like you have to recover from the hurt and the self-esteem loss and the just the self-doubt. It's a recovery process. Nothing that you're dealing with is something that just happens. It's recovery. You have to recover from it. There's a lot of things that are taking place inside your head that is would get you to a point where you can recover, and that you can take that time and say, yes, I am confident, I am okay with where I am right now. Because again, if you don't get comfortable with where you are right now, to know that's not where you want to be. You don't want to be there. And to not be there, there are some steps and some foresight that you need to have in order to see where you want to go. So the goal is to take those steps that you need to take in order to make these things happen. So recovery and rebuild, recover and rebuild. We want you guys to be a part of that. And as Latina said, it was a minute until you get comfortable with moving other than where you are. And that's kind of like the thing until you get comfortable with, no, you're not getting my phone. No, I'm using craziness. So until you guys go clean up, get dressed, do something. Recovery and rebuild. That's what we're looking at. Until you get comfortable with doing something different, that's when things happen. Things happen when you get comfortable with moving, not staying in the same place. So I know people were like, okay, well, you want to move. Yeah. And it's a comfort. And, in order to not stay in the same place, there is a discomfort. There's a discomfort, but you do have to move on to something else. So that is our goal. So Adrian, inbox me and let me know if you can talk for a quick sec, because I want to get this date. I have it as August, and I kind of remember what Debbie wanted to talk about, even though we didn't talk. But of course, we know in August, again, Sharon Nixon and the Fashion Umbrella Foundation is doing Fashion Week. So, okay, we got to make sure how we're going to work around that. So, again, we might probably push it to the end of August if that's the case, Latina, just so that we are understanding. And I need to check in on that. So, again, and those who know, my birthday is in August. The Elder Carmen's birthday is in August. Whitney Houston's birthday is in August. Barack Obama's birthday is in August. Again, the greats and the greats. So if your birthday is not in August, that's okay. You're still great too. Yeah, that was one of the things. And I believe that's what she was going to tell me. But we could definitely move, recover, and rebuild to late August, which is okay too. And and then we can do the other thing and move again, recovering hair loss to late September, and then still do October 15th for Survive and Thrive. She said she said, look, I don't know about you. You said you are secure about your bald head, your baldness. You know what? Be okay with it. Again, when I, decided I was going to cut my hair, I mean, I've always had hair. And I mean, it was just one of those things. I do like hair, like it. But I always, whenever I would see women who had short haircuts, and it was like, ooh, that looks so cute. But I never really knew what I looked like with short hair. And, after being faced with it and having to go through it, you adjust. You will, if you are okay with yourself, you will find the beauty and the goodness of whatever situation that you're in. And that's the thing that we have to understand and how we need to build up on. We need to be and build up on being okay with ourselves. Being okay with ourselves despite the fact of some of the setbacks that we have faced. Be okay with it. And definitely going from hair to no hair, that's bold. That's a bold move. Very, very bold. And as High Cat said, that's why I keep my wig on and my scarf. She said she keep a scarf and a wig on at the same time. And that's like, you mean up under your head and then the wig on top. I figured that having a scarf on would make it fall off. So I don't know. But you know what? That's where the story come in. Share your story about recovery from and overcoming hair loss. How did you do it? What did you do? Like, some folks will get a wig. They get a wig and they get a good one. They don't get a simple one. They get a good one. And one that does cost a little bit more. It fits a little bit. It's a little bit more custom, and those are things that you do in order to make you feel great. If that's what makes you feel great and make you feel good, then that's what you do. That is how you overcome. So anyway, I'm going to get going. And of course, I'm going to leave you guys with another video. This is a 10-second one, but it's going to be actually the vendor one. So we got 5 vendor spots, five vendor spots. And if you like to be in one of those spots, please do. Hey, Coach Dave, happy 4th. How you doing? Hey, Betty James. Y'all heard my song? I was singing it in Coach Dave's response. I was like, Betty James. That's what it sounded like, Coach Dave. Tell Betty. So we got, again, we're going to end with you guys with another video. We got the vendor video that we're going to go ahead and display for you guys. So be a vendor. You can have virtual products. You can have physical products. You can have services. But if it's all about health and wellness and how to give people back their lives, then that's what you want to do. So there you go. Here we go with the video. And I'll see you guys later on. Today is the 4th. So I got this last day of booth fireworks sales. And this has been really interesting. But I got many more things to do, more nonprofit stuff to do. And we looking for donors. So be a donor. If you pay taxes, send some of that over here. Actually, you guys can send like $400. So if you can send $400, $40 a month, we'd love to have you as part of our group of $40 a month, being a part of Survive and Thrive. And if you want to do $20 a month, that's okay too. So be a vendor. We're going to put the vendor video on, and I'll see you guys later.